Hello everyone, it's Kruch and welcome to the 18th episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So with the third part of Q&A with Monika, let's continue. You're back. I had another really bad dream. You're not the one doing that to me, are you? It seems to happen whenever you quit the game, so if you could try to avoid doing that, I would be really grateful. No, I can't avoid it. Don't worry, I don't think it's caused by any harm, aside from mental scarring. I'll be fine as long as my character file stays intact. Now, where was I? Yeah, so she's trying to remember. Oh, and also, I checked how many, dialogues there are, monologues, or let's say topics to discuss with Monika, and there are I think about 54, so that's kind of that's a lot. I think it will take 5 or 6 episodes of Q&A with Monika to actually finish them all, but hey, if you don't want to watch it, then just don't do it. I'm anyways gonna do everything in this game, and I want to read everything and as well here discuss it, so feel free to skip this video if you're bored and just wait until I'm done. Anyways, hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of... whatever it was called Portrait of Markov. It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book... actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Haha, sorry, just forget I said anything. I don't know what she meant by it. Like, this book doesn't exist because I checked it. I wanted to check if it's a real book or not, and it's not. It's just made for this game's needs, and I don't know, maybe there will be something more about it in the side stories, but we'll see. By the way, there is something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Yeah, I know. Or at least decided it probably does. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Well, I don't know. Not to mention everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Well, imagine looking outside this window. Lol. Anyways, would you still feel like you were home? Would you want to go outside? I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. What are you talking about? This is... I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, I can't really relate to that because it's just imagining something. But when I look outside my window, I see only other high buildings. It's not a skyscraper, or how do you call it, but it's still a tall building. It's 30 meters high, tall, high. Sorry, I don't know. It's funny, like, if you don't speak about something in English a lot, then you sometimes can forget how to say it properly. But yeah, it's 30 meters tall. or its height is 30 meters. Yeah, let's say so. So I don't have a pretty view. But anyways, I don't think it's a thing that I could discuss anymore. Also with the thing with Japan, I think it was kind of obvious that it takes place in there, because like everything that has its graphics designed as, like, you know, anime characters or something, then it must be in Japan. Like, we immediately connect these both things. Okay, hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still somewhere in here. Or maybe that got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too, but I always wonder with her. Wonder? Yeah. It is truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies, looking sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know? Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. Haha, I guess I never really thought of that. Well, there's no sense thinking about it now. Well, if you still get to drink coffee, then that makes me a little jealous. I do drink coffee almost every morning. It depends if I have time or not. Like, if I wake up early enough, then I make a cup of coffee and then I'm fine. But if it's too late, I'm not like a person that has to make a coffee and will even leave home a bit later just to drink it. I'm not that crazy. I'm not addicted to caffeine. And also this thing that Monika mentioned in the beginning, that she's wondering if the tea set is still in here, then that's something I didn't think about, but the place we're actually in is the classroom, but we've removed most of the desks and so on. I didn't really think about it in that way, because it doesn't really look similar to the classroom we were usually in. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're not still hung up over it, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, I was going to say it, like, she's doing that on purpose. Lol. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. I don't believe you. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. I think a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. She must have kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. Wait. Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exacerbated it a little bit, but Sayori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be if you and I just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all still be in the club room, writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us, happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Well, that's also true that no matter what we do, we are we eventually end up here in this room. Like, no matter what we do in the game, if we write poems to Sayori, if we, I don't know, choose something different, if you choose to spend time with Monika or anything, it doesn't matter, we always end up here. That's pretty much scary. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, he's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Shish. Someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying, it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes them feel human and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Kruhe. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. So I don't think I can really talk about the second part of it, but the first part. It is true that these characters seem unrealistic. However, they seem to, but I think there might be some people that can actually relate to. Oh, sorry for noise in background. That can actually relate to those characters. Like, for example, Yuri. I'm sure there aren't many people like that, but like, imagine just someone who is really like intelligent, shy, uses difficult vocabulary, and likes books. Then it's most likely such a person. And there might also be people who cut themselves because they can't do anything about their problems. They can't deal with them in another way. So I think it's not really so unrealistic. Also Natsuki, like, it's maybe less realistic, but might be some people behaving like that they like manga or something, and they like, you know, cute things, let's say. Especially girls. I don't see anything wrong with it. And Sayori and Monika, I think, are like the most like normal, let's say, characters. Especially Sayori, with her depression. And Monika being club president and just trying to maybe she doesn't care about others, but she at least behaves like she does. Anyways, you know, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so let's go for it. Here's Monika writing tip of the day. Yeah, it's been a while. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know? As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes, when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks, you come back to it and you realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stars, they're always gonna be out of your reach, you know? The truth is, you have to climb up there, step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten, and then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good, but not world class, and you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you'll never get it done. So if you're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on the one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you can just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides that basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. But that sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything is built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So yeah, that I think was the longest monologue, and that was really interesting, and that was really true as well. I think it's one of the most important topics discussed here so far, and there's nothing much to add. Like, it is true that it is really annoying if you do something really well and everyone's saying, I could never do that. Like, you were born that way, you were born different, that you are able to do that it's some kind of talent. You know what I mean. It's some kind of talent that some people, no matter how long they tried, they still wouldn't be able to do that. And I think it's damn stupid, because it just is like, oh, you are really good at it, you for sure had to try hard to get to that point, but you had it easier because you were born with the talent to do so. It's not true. It's not true. Everyone can do whatever they want, of course, if it's physically possible. Like, I know that a person that, for example, was born without legs would be able to run as fast as Usain Bolt, let's say. But like a physically healthy person, or mentally, can do whatever they want. If you, for example, suck at maths, it doesn't mean that you're never gonna get it right. It means that you need to put some more effort into it. If you try hard, if you focus on it, if you focus on doing it and trying, then you will succeed. It's not true that you can't. It's not true that someone who is already better at it than you is better because we're born to do that. This is not true. Kruche, do you get good sleep? It can be really hard to get enough sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better, since you probably have a more flexible schedule. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyway, for no real reason. Is that true? Anyway, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible short-term and long-term effects caused by lack of sleep. It seems like mental functions, health and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think you're really great and want to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. So, try to keep your sleep on track, okay? Always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put your own well-being before anything else. Well, it's a bit difficult to explain how I sleep, because it's so random, but my favorite sleep schedule was beginning of September, like in the beginning of school year, because I used to fall asleep at 8 p.m. and I would wake up at around 3:30 a.m. So I had some hours to to get ready. I could go on my PC, play something or watch it, or I don't know, study a bit, but hardly ever. However, you could say that, oh, you're crazy. Are you really waking up to play damn computer games when you're about to go to school? Well, it does motivate me. You can't even imagine, if you haven't ever tried, how good it is to go to school when you have already some hours spent on the thing you like to do. It's so relaxing. Like, I didn't feel like I have to go to school right after waking up. I didn't feel like it's you wake up and then you go to school and the only thing you have is, oh, I want to sleep more, or oh, I just woke up and I still have a long day. It was, for me, it was maybe not middle of the day, but already like 1/3 of the day was, of course not including the school, but 1/3 of the day was already, spent on something I like doing, and I really felt that going to school is nice. But now, after some e-learning, like I had to go on e-learning for a week, then 1 week normal school, and then another 1 week of online learning, it completely destroyed my schedule, and right now I sleep at random hours, especially on the weekends. Like on weekends I can, I don't know, fall asleep at 3 a.m. Damn, that's so unhealthy. But anyways, I'm feeling like I cannot do anything with it anymore. You know, this is just kind of tacky romance game, right? I kinda have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel a little bad for you, but I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy we have this ending together. Okay, that's an interesting question. What made me play this game this time? It was recording it on YouTube, because I want to record side stories and modifications, and I don't want like people who, let's say, didn't play, or like people who haven't played or watched DDLC yet. I don't want them to feel left out, so here's let's play of this game for them. And so what made me play this game? Well, for the first time I saw this game on PewDiePie's channel because I used to watch him in 2017 and 18. I think he recorded this game on like the late 2017, and I just thought that if he's playing it then it must be cool, so I'll watch his let's play. And yeah, so that's how I know this game, and that's how I decided to play it. Okay, hey, what's your favorite color? Mine is emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. That's not conceited or anything, is it? I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it, like it's part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Kruhe? It's just a guess, because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. Haha. My favorite color is purple and pink and black. These are my 3 favorite colors. Why? I don't know. But it's just that. Okay, I think it would be the end for today, because the video is already pretty long. I don't know how much is left, but there's still pretty much to do, so let's exit the game. We haven't unlocked anything, I'm not surprised. So thank you for watching this episode. See you probably tomorrow in the next one. Take care and goodbye.